no different. But let me make welcome to the ring at this time the man behind the curtain. He is the man in charge of JCP. Give a warm welcome to Joe Cazana! I'm used to it, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show going. I'm going to introduce somebody that everybody knows. He has been all over the world. He is a former WWE Tag Team Champion. You think it's rock and roll, do you? Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Dr. Tom Pritchard. I can't tell you what a pleasure it is to come and see JCP Promotions here tonight in Sweetwater, Tennessee. I know there's a lot of great plans ahead. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm really happy to be a part of this, Joe. Thank you very much. Tom, we're glad to have you. Now then, one more big surprise for everybody here tonight. Not to make myself look like a big moron coming out here and doing this stuff, you know, and trying to keep everything in check with these young wrestlers back here who happen to be some of the best in the business today. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody in that locker room needs to be with AEW or WWE or anybody else out there that needs these guys, because every one of them are incredible athletes. Now, again, not to make myself look stupid, let me introduce another friend of mine who's going to help us with this wonderful promotion that we've got going. Please welcome White Lightning, Tim Horner. Sweetwater. It's good to be here tonight. It's good to see some old faces that I haven't seen in a while. The board of directors have elected me as commissioner, if you will. So you won't see a lot of me, hopefully, but if the need be, you'll see a lot of me. It's good to be here. Thank you for what you're doing. Joe Cazana Promotions. Been a long time, brother. All right, thank you. All right, is everybody ready to get this party started? Well, let me turn the microphone back over to the lovely Haley Ray.
Introducing first, the challengers. From Orlando, Florida, with a combined weight of 467 pounds, Matt Sigmund and Elliot Russell, the Heatseekers.
As we get the action kicked off here on this episode of the Wide World of Wrestling, we're going to get started with no doubt one of the best tag teams in professional wrestling today, that being the Heatseekers, Matt Sigmund, Elliot Russell, joined by Dr. Tom Pritchard. Tom, I know you know these two very well.
Well, I have to tell you, Matt, I had a hand in training both of these young men who've grown into experienced veterans around the East Tennessee area, and they've accomplished winning many championships. In fact, everywhere they've been, they've always taken away gold. So I'm anxious to see what they do in Joe Cazana promotions here at Wide World of Wrestling.
WWE Hall of Famer Ricky Morton and Kerry Morton, the Mortons.
Well, you talk about experience. If you look at the Webster's Dictionary, this man's picture is next to experience. That's Ricky Morton. Over 40 years as a tag team competitor, now embarking on a new journey with his son Kerry, known as the Mortons. They have a aspiration of tag team gold to be around their waist here in JCP on the Wide World of Wrestling.
Well, the Mortons also have a legacy to uphold and fulfill. Ricky Morton, over 9 times World Tag Team Champion, a Hall of Famer, an all-around freak of nature, if you ask me. At 65 years old, still going strong, could do things that a lot of 25-year-olds couldn't. So I couldn't be more happy for Ricky Morton, and especially Kerry being able to team with his dad.
Exactly right, Dr. Tom. And of course, 2022, the swan song, the farewell tour of the Great Rock and Roll Express, of course, alongside Robert Gibson. You alluded to that, former 9 times the World Tag Team Champions. What a great tag team lineage that Ricky Morton is carrying on now with a 3rd-generation star in his son, Kerry Morton, of course. Ricky's dad, the Bald Eagle, Paul Morton, legendary referee back in his day as well.
Yeah, this young man, Kerry Morton, has it in his DNA, and he's one of those kids that he learned from a young age. We're talking about 5, 6 years old. He was running around the locker rooms, hiding, playing games, and getting in the ring before and after the matches. He has that passion, he has that love for professional wrestling, and you're going to talk. I want to see this kid in about 5 more years. We're talking about a future world champion.
Strong endorsement there from Dr. Thomas. We see a stiff collar and elbow tie-up between Sigmund and Kerry Morton. These two no stranger to one another, as Sigmund has traveled the roads with Ricky Morton. He's seen Kerry grow up in the ranks of the sport. Very familiar with one another. Nice side headlock takeover here by Sigmund. Once known as the wrestling extraordinaire. I've called Sigmund a young ring general. This guy from rope to rope is one of the best.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Like I said, I've had a hand in Sigmund, I've had a hand in Elliot Russell's training, and the confidence they exhibit every time they step in the ring is more encouraging, because you know they're going to win more, and you know that they're taking this seriously. That's what's going to make you a successful tag team.
We talked about the Rock and Roll being former 9-time NWA World Tag Team Champions. The Heatseekers, former 4-time NWA World Tag Team Champions. So great lineage there as well from the Heatseekers. But Kerry Morton, Dr. Tom, cooking early here again with a side leg lock takeover. He's got Sigmund on the mat. Here's our first cover of the match with a quick kick out.
Matt, if you notice, the basics and fundamentals both teams are bringing to the mat right now. Holding on to the headlock. Good move by Kerry Morton. I mean, all 4 of these guys, Ricky Morton included, still have that it factor.
Sigmund with a handful of the hair of Kerry Morton there for the moment. Goes bed to a vertical base. We've got some company out here, as our production crew is yet to pick up on gentlemen walking the ringside here as the match continues. Morton goes for an up and over. And there, Sigmund eats an elbow. Look at Morton, cross body, lateral press on the cover here. He's got the Heatseekers on the ropes. But if you've not noticed, the camera's not yet got a shot of him there at ringside. We will point out, we just passing our table here, is a very unique personality in the sport. He's a top manager, Perry James. What's he doing out here, Tom, is the question.
I obviously don't have a clue. I'm as perplexed as you are, I would think. But But where's Perry James been, and why all of a sudden is he showing up here and walking the ringside? Has he bought a ticket? Is he allowed in the back?
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, did he buy a ticket to get into the event? Is he somebody's guest? Is he a VIP? I don't know.
Somebody's guest should stay in the back and shouldn't be up around ringside. I mean, I'm all for coming out and saying hi to some friends and seeing some of the fans, but at the same time, stay in the back, sit down, and don't come to ringside. Well, what is he doing?
Well, Perry James is a notorious manager of a lot of top independent talent, so question why he's out here. He's watching very closely. Is Elliott Russell, the legal man now, went for a power slam.
Good.
Nice drop kick by Kerry Morton, a page out of his dad's playbook there. Russell just so strong, goes for a or hip toss. Let's that's that flip here by Morton.
You know, if you actually stand next to Kerry Morton's a lot bigger than he looks in the ring right now. He holds his own.
Sure does.
Nice shot and nice tag to Ricky.
That high patented knee of Ricky Morton, how many times have we seen that over his illustrious career?
And he gets better with age, man. I got to tell you, I think he's given Kerry a lot of confidence standing side by side as well. And those double team moves, I mean, Kerry studied his father for the last 25 years, and I don't think they've missed a beat.
Saban just got his jaw jacked by Ricky Morton. Hear the rock and roll chants here, and yeah, it may be farewell for the Rock and Roll Express, but Tom, you can attest to this, rock and roll will never die.
Yeah, I don't think rock and roll's going anywhere anytime soon. You got, nice move by Elliott Russell.
Russell with the cover here, Morton in trouble, and kicks out at 2.
Ricky and Robert may be on their farewell tour, but that doesn't say anything about Kerry Morton.
That's right.
As long as Ricky can put the tights on, lace up the boots, he's going to stand by his son.
There's Ricky vowing to focus on the tag team tandem with his son going forward after this year. Look at the power on display by Sigmund. Sigmund is in great physical shape, very strong, believes in an extreme workout in the gym. He lives in the gym, basically. Sigmund just a great physique and in control here.
Well, the good thing I like about both Sigmund and Elliott Morey is they don't let up when they take advantage. They stay on their opponent and they concentrate on one body part. You notice Elliott going right back for that left arm. These guys are smart tag team wrestlers. They're smart technicians, and they came prepared. They come prepared every time they step in the ring.
Well, they indeed learned from one of the best. Not to toot your own horn there, Dr. Tom. They have had a great lineage of trainers. They've learned from some of the best in the sport. And Russell, just raw power. Look at that vicious clothesline. That is one strong piece of cornbread right there. Here's a cover, lateral press, and a kick out at 2. I thought he was going to hook the leg momentarily, but decided against it.
You know, there are lapses of memory or what to do sometimes. I want to kick them in the head, but they always come back with a double team move like that.
Beautiful elbow there by Sigmund. Forearm to the face for insult to injury. Cover attempt and another shoulder out at 2. Well, they're wearing young Kerry out here.
I think at the same time, Kerry Morton has learned to absorb punishment and come back strong. So
and smart strategy right there not to cut you off by the Heatseeker, distracting, drawing Ricky Morton into the ring.
And we did talk about this during the training years. We did talk about when you have an advantage, take it. Use everything you can to win. And these guys have been following through for a long time now.
Good teamwork here again by the Heatseekers. Quick tags in and out. They're keeping one another fresh here. That's what great tag teams do. And boy, Kerry just going to fight. He's just going to keep fighting. And Sigmund with a handful of the hair here. The referee's got to try to get some order restored here. And look out. Oh, and that's a hard way to hit the buckle.
I got to say, it's good discipline on Ricky Morton's part, too. He knows that if he comes in, he's just going to be hurting his son, making a distraction.
Look at that. Nice double clothesline by the future legend, Kerry Morton. Needs to make the tag to his father, Ricky, who's fresh on the apron, who wants to come in here and lay the rock and roll to the Heatseekers. Oh, the classic roll. There's the tag. Here we go. Business picking up. Down goes both the Heatseekers. And Ricky hasn't lost a step at all.
No, and those punches still feel just as hard as they did about 40 years ago.
Trying to put Sigma to sleep here, but Russell just too much from behind with a axe smash to the back. Here comes Kerry now. The sides are even here. Rolling and fighting here. Referee's lost control of this thing. Double noggin knocker right there. Sends both Heatseekers. One to the corner. Sigma on spaghetti legs here. Look out! Oh, there it is. That Frankensteiner from Ricky Morton. Shoulders are down, but no, the shoulder was not down. The referee was not able to secure a count.
There's a lot of activity in that ring right now. Nice.
Wait a minute. Did Perry James just cause a distraction there? Did Perry James get involved? I'm not sure what happened. Looks like Ricky Morton.
I couldn't see that either. What he was down there for in the first place.
I'd like to see the tape on that. It looks like Morton may have been distracted momentarily by Perry James, and the Heatseekers get a big win, Dr. Tom, over the Mortons here. Wow.
Well, it's a big win for sure for the Heatseekers, but you're right. I'm not so sure that.
Well, the wide world of wrestling continues right after this, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go. Wait a minute. Hang on. No, never mind. We got to.
Heatseekers, Matt Sigma, Elliott Russell, big win over the Mortons. I'm not sure what happened there. Looks like Morton may have been distracted there in the end.
What happened is the Heatseekers went in and do what we do best, and that is walk away as the winners by any means necessary. And what you're about to witness is just the beginning of the ladder as we ascend to Tag Team Gold.
Well, the Heatseekers have one thing in mind. That's the Southeastern Tag Team Championships. Again, your winners, the Heatseekers here on the Wide World of Wrestling. We'll step aside, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here on the Wide World of Wrestling and going to be joined by my guest at this time. She is the Openweight champion. Please make welcome Dream Girl Ellie. Ellie, come on in here.
I did it.
No doubt, the Openweight champion. That carries a lot of responsibility from not only multiple weight classes, and indeed you have a huge target on your back. What does this title mean for you next?
Being the Openweight champion means I take on heavyweights, cruiserweights, male, female, cameraman, interviewers, whoever wants a title shot, come and get it.
There you hear it. She's willing to take on any and all comers, ladies and gentlemen. The Openweight champion, Dream Girl Ellie.
The following contest has a 10-minute time limit, and it is scheduled for one fall.
Thanks, John.
Introducing first, the challenger from Tampa, Florida, the Openweight champion, Dream Girl Ellie.
Well, Tom, I had a chance to speak with Dream Girl Ellie a little bit earlier. She's looking to take on any and all comers for that Openweight championship, and she's issued an open challenge this week here on the Wide World of Wrestling. Be interested to see who steps up.
Well, Dream Girl Ellie has a reputation that she wants to uphold and she wants to keep intact too. So when she is a champion, and you know how feisty she can be, she doesn't care who she steps in the ring with. She just likes to fight, and that's where she earns her respect. So she's definitely earned mine through the years. So to issue an open challenge, it says a lot about her character.
I like your description there, feisty. That fits
Yeah,
her
it does
to a
fit her.
T.
Yeah.
From Louisville, Kentucky, by way of the stars, Space Jesus, Billie Starkz.
Wow! Well, you're talking about an exciting young lady to accept this open challenge, Dr. Tom. That is the very young and exciting Space Jesus, Billie Starkz. And there she comes out in the aisle. This young lady's got a bright future ahead of her in this sport, as she's very young, very talented.
And why not just jump in the deep end right now and take on a champion? If it was issued as a challenge, you have nothing to lose. It's a win-win situation. You know you're inexperienced. You know you don't know exactly how much energy to spend before your nervousness and anxiety.
But it looks like we're going to be joined
Matt,
here on commentary.
Let me tell you, Matt,
We're going to be joined.
I happen to know, by the way, just so if you don't mind, I happen to know this young lady right here.
Yeah.
She's known as the International Swiss Superstar, and from my understanding, she speaks 5 different languages,
5.
including chewing your butt out. So I'd like to introduce you and everyone on. Oh, we have a referee, and we have to do this as well. I'm sorry if we were mesmerized, Michelle.
As you should be.
Yes, no doubt. But we have a match that needs to be started here.
Michelle Green is the name.
Well, we'll be joined, it looks like, by Michelle Green here on commentary for this bout. And Michelle, I hate to be forward, but what brings you out here for this matchup?
Well, first of all, thank you for the introduction, Dr. Tom. It is true, I do speak 5 languages, and I am the international Swiss sensation, Michelle Green. What brings me here? Okay, I'll share with you for today. I'm a big fan of gold. I am Swiss. You know, we invented money, we invented gold, and I'm just here. I've got my eye on the prize, the Openweight Championship, and whoever takes it home.
Well, Billie Starkz showing what she thinks of Dream Girl Ellie, and Billie Starkz, or Dream Girl Ellie, better have eyes in the back of her head because she's in the ring with one of the top young independent females in the world of wrestling, and we've got you sitting out here at ringside scouting. My God, the competition is deep here in JCP.
Yes, absolutely. And Michelle Green is the name that soon everybody in JCP will know and remember and cherish, because why shouldn't they?
Well, if you don't mind, I've actually had the opportunity to witness Michelle Green in the ring, and I know she's been traveling all over the world and finally made it to the Cazana promotions. And I've noticed her collecting belts, titles, and bits and pieces of success everywhere she's gone. So now I realize, while Dream Girl Ellie has a reputation and Dream Girl Ellie has the experience, I'll give it to you, Michelle. You know how to take care of business when you step in the ring, from being a mean, nasty, vicious.
Oh, well, that's just words that you're putting out there. I'm a very determined, ambitious, successful wrestler, and that's how I have achieved all this success all over the world, on all continents. I've been to 40 countries. Now I'm in the U.S., and I will assert my dominance here like I have everywhere else.
The pace is picking up in the ring here between Starkz and Ellie. It'll kind of roll here by Billie Starkz. First cover of the matchup, only a 2 count.
Right in the kisser.
Of course, the international superstar Ellie. I mean, what happens if Billie Starkz walks away here with this title? You'll be going after her, I assume.
Oh, yes. Well, I am Swiss. I am neutral on who wins it, but the belt, it will soon be around the prettiest waist of them all, around my waist.
So let me ask you this. Once Dream Girl Ellie accepts your challenge, and you do get an opportunity to wrestle her, to fight her for her championship, are you going to take it back to Switzerland, or are you going to defend it against the challengers around JCP?
Well, I would not rob the American audience of my beauty, my intellect, with the belt. What kind of question is that?
Well, right now, Dream Girl Ellie, the upper hand on Billie Starkz here, and we're privileged to know that you won't deprive us of the Openweight title should you win that, Miss Green. But right now, you've got 2 hard-hitting ladies going at it in the ring, duking it out for the Openweight Championship.
If you don't mind my saying, too, I understand the Openweight Championship includes facing women, men. It doesn't matter how big, how small. If you get the opportunity to step in the ring with Dream Girl Ellie, could you do the same thing she's been doing, defending the title against all comers? And what if you did have to face a 6'5", 250-pound man for the Open Championship?
I have found success everywhere I went, and I always find a way to keep the gold and to take the gold.
Starkz certainly.
So don't worry about me, Dr. Tom. No te preocupes.
Starkz hitting her second wind here with some solid forearm shots. Of course, that openweight title can be cashed in at any time for a heavyweight championship shot. So if Ellie or Billie Starkz or Michelle Green wants to, they can go after the heavyweight champion, which is RT3. Oh, and that was nasty as Ellie regains the upper hand in the back of Stark's neck. Bounces off of Ellie's knee like a basketball. That is a dangerous turning point right here.
Yeah, that's a bad bump on the back of the head. Here's a sloppy cover by Dream Girl Ellie. Now let me just throw this at you too, Matt, so you understand. And she's not going to be the one to say it, so I will. She's talked about putting men in their places on many occasions. This is what I know about this lady right here. She doesn't care if it's man, woman, or child. She'll hit you as hard as she can, and she doesn't mind it. In fact, she gets that thick grin on her face, kind of like she has right now. That's what I know about Michelle Green.
I think my chair is going to move away here.
Yes, sir. No, I'm telling you, Dream
I'll
Girl
spare
Ellie.
you tonight.
Dream Girl Ellie needs to scout Michelle as well. So I can't wait if and when you go ahead and throw that challenge out, and it's accepted by the openweight champ.
Yes, I've traveled all over the world. I've had the best trainers, had the most success, and I have a team of analysts that are also looking into this, that are analyzing both opponents. And so you best bet that I will be as ready as anyone in the whole wild world.
You know, you can talk about gold, but what are you thinking about Dream Girl Ellie right now? Can you see how she's handling herself in the ring? How would you approach this? We know about your gold, we know how rich you are, we know how famous you are, you know you can speak 5 languages, that's great. But what can you do with Dream Girl Ellie?
Well, that's for me to know and for her to soon find out.
Look at Billie Starkz here. Really going for the end of things here.
Could that be it?
And Ellie instinctively rolls out of the ring, and I don't know if she did that on purpose, but she may have saved that openweight championship for the moment. But Dr. Tom, look out, here comes Starkz with a drop kick through the ropes. And back to the ring. She understands this match has to be decided in between those ropes. And look at Starkz.
Billie Starkz has no fear whatsoever.
She's going to fly. She's perched up top in the high rent district here.
Whoa!
Senton bomb. And I think the knees met the back. And there's Ellie. Oh, what a shotgun drop kick.
Her signature drop kick.
And she may be looking to put this one away with a dream drop. There it is. Ow. And I think Billie Starkz may be done for. It's over. And Michelle, it looks like Ellie's going to be wearing that openweight championship going forward, so it looks like maybe your future has been destined when we see you and Ellie in the future.
Oh, I look very much forward to soon return to JCP. And by the reaction of the crowd, they are waiting for somebody to take that openweight championship off of Ellie. And I so very happily, me encantaría, yo seré heureuse, ich würde mich so freuen to do just that very soon.
We got a great future ahead of us at JCP, but let me tell you, this Billie Starkz did a heck of a job, and she's going to be a contender coming up too, guys.
Absolutely. We look forward to the in-ring debut of Michelle Green. Wrestling fans, more Wide World of Wrestling continues in moments.
Still and forever.
We're back here on the Wide World of Wrestling, and at this time, I'm going to be joined by the JCP Southeastern Tag Team Champions. We'll see them action in just a few moments. That is Level X, Blanco Loco, and Axton Ray. And Axton Ray, you face a tag team that I know you have a lot of respect for, a young, upstart team in the Stew Crew. Your thoughts?
The Stew Crew, they have been a force since they have started this wrestling business. But boys, although we respect you, although we are your friends, at the end of the night, we are the champions. And that's not going to change. You see, Blanco Loco and myself, we are on a roll. And Stew Crew, as sure as X marks the spot, we are leaving champions.
Blanco, you guys have big targets on your back, of course, being the Southeastern Tag Team Champ.
Anytime you hold gold, you're going to have that mark on your back. You're going to have weasels and rats breathing down your neck. And while we are aware that the Heatseekers are just a few steps behind wanting a chance at these tag team championships, like my partner said, X marks the spot. And right now, that's with us.
Level X, ladies and gentlemen, they will be in action against the Stu Crew in just a few moments.
And it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Openwieght, with a combined weight of 600 pounds, Dylan Stewart and Zach Stewart, the Stu Crew.
Well, there's somebody ordered the beef because here comes the big boys, the Coalfield, Tennessee natives, the Stu Crew, Twisted Steel, and the Silverback. The Stu Crew set for tag team action, non-title match. They'll be taking on Level X, Dr. Tom.
They've got the size, they've got the strength, they've got the skill. They've been honing everything that's needed to be successful.
From Orlando, Florida, with a combined weight of 428 pounds, the JCP Tag Team Champions, Loco Loco and Extra Ray, Level X.
Well, Tom, there you see them, the Southeastern Tag Team Champions, Blanco Loco, Action Ray. They're going to have a tough time here with this young upstart team in the Stu Crew. Stu Crew you know a lot about. But of course, this is a non-title match with a big opportunity for the Stu Crew if they were to beat Level X here today.
No doubt about it, but I think both teams are evenly matched and in the ring. But when it comes down to it, you got the Stu Crew, Blood Brothers, and you got Level X, who are supposed to be Blood Brothers. And this is what's going to make it interesting. You got that Silverback ready to pound, and Dylan's a technical wizard anytime he steps forward.
Well, no pun intended, Level X is just simply on another level. What they lack in size, they will make up for in speed and very crisp teamwork. They're like a well-oiled machine. They function very well as a tag team unit, but let's not overlook the power of the Stu Crew. Hey, what is this? What you joined here?
Dr. Tom Pritchett, baby. I am so thankful that you two get to sit in the presence of the best coach ever, Coach Spank here.
Well, yeah, let me introduce you here. We're being joined at the broadcast position by Coach Spanky. And Spank, what's the meaning of this?
Well, you know, I hear that the best talent around is here in JCP. So you know what? I thought I'd come here for myself to check out the hot talent here. And you never know, maybe this talent needs a little bit of coaching. And that's what I can do.
Well, now, wait a minute. I mean, how many people do you have to coach right now that are here in JCP?
Well, I've had my eye on a couple talent, but I ain't gonna tell you about a good 5-star athlete myself.
Yeah, you know all about those. I tell you what, Spanky, it seems like you do have your eyes on the competition. I know that you know the Stu Crew very well,
yes,
but it seems like they've kind of told you to take a hike in the past.
Well, see, Silverback, Zach, and Twisted Steel deal. They are a very impressive team. They got the size, they got the strength, they got the raw power and ability to make it far in this business. But you know, they just gotta have that little bit of mean streak in them. And you know what? If they would just listen to me, I promise they'd go a long way. But you know what? They're still two good young kids.
Well, it's Level X controlling the tempo of the match early. Great teamwork here. Blanco Loco, the Sultan of the Sky, as he likes to call himself. Double D's there. And Twisted Steel is in trouble here, that being Dylan Stewart. Already early on in this matchup looking well for Level X, Tom.
Well, as I said earlier, both are pretty much matched very well against each other. And Coach Spanky, I think you might want to talk to Level X Stu Crew blew you off because they might be able to use some of your expertise.
You know, they might. You know, they're always flying in there. I'm surprised they've not jumped off the rafters here, Tom.
No, I think they did that earlier.
Oh, okay. I guess
Let's
I
not
wasn't
give
here
them
for
any
that.
ideas, gentlemen, as they are death-defying, to say the least, as we see now Blanco Loco take control. But here's two teams that respect one another. Level X has already went out and said they respect the team like the Stu Crew, and I know the Stu Crew returned the sentiment. So this is a battle of two teams that are hungry. But of course, the Stu Crew looking to get the tag title picture. They could definitely do that. But right now, it's not looking so good for the Stu. But here comes the big man.
Here comes the Silverback.
And he's going to get double teamed here. Oh, and a double kick to the back
Zach
of the
taking
head.
his eyes off the prize.
Good teamwork here by Level X. We talked about what they lacked in size, Tom. They're making up for in speed and teamwork.
I got to tell you, I've seen these guys when they started. I helped train the Stu Crew since they started. They still have those rookie mistakes. They need to slow down, take their time. In the excitement in the moment, I understand sometimes it happens like that, but you can't let things happen when you're in there with the Southeastern champion.
Right now, Axton in control here. Nice leapfrog. Great athletic ability by Axton Ray, who is a third-generation competitor. Now he's taken down Twisted Steel into a front face lock here.
Look at this.
Matt, what are we doing?
Hey,
that's the second time on this
what's he doing
program
out
we've
here?
seen Barry James come out here at ringside. Illustrious manager, manages talent throughout
He better learn to
independent
watch
wrestling.
himself.
Well, we got some dueling interest here, possibly.
Yeah,
we don't
he
know
better
what
watch
he's doing
himself.
here.
I'm telling you. You know, as you went back earlier, both teams respect each other. You know, Matt, that's good, great, and wonderful. But when it comes down to brass tacks, at the end of the day, it's about getting wins, getting championships, and getting paid. That's all it is about,
How
man.
do you want to go about recruiting? Oh, that was a double team right there.
Well, speaking of winning, look here, the Silverback has got into this matchup and has quickly took control as this big 300-plus pound behemoth is just throwing Axton Ray around like a rag doll here.
Former Division I prospect in Zach Stewart.
Certainly, when they went more, he's more than a prospect. This kid was out at the D1 level, and he was a great football standout star. Great athlete. What kick! A big man like that shouldn't get that much air. What an incredible drop kick.
How are you going to go about recruiting your talent here, Spanky? How?
By using my words. If they would just open their ears and just listen to me. Just listen. That's all I ask. Just listen to me. I can lead you to the promised land.
You know anything about investing?
A little bit.
Okay, good. We'll talk later.
Okay.
Great teamwork here by the Stu Crew. A little poetry in motion there. Look at this. Coming
Holy!
back first into the big hog log legs.
There were some big, thick knees,
Silverback.
Matt.
There's a cover in it. I like how Stewart hooked the outside leg right there, trying to win the match. Tom, I know you noticed that. Stu Crew trying to get out of here with a win.
The basics and fundamentals never go out of style. Even if you're with a tag team, singles match, it doesn't matter.
And now the Stu starting to get things on their level here. Of course, they trained with Dr. Tom at the great JCP, just right up the road from where we're at here tonight in Knoxville, Tennessee. So they've had great learning, great training. Now can they put it all to use? Here's another cover. Again, hooks the leg.
Great
kick out
thing,
at two.
let me just say that the way these guys are getting greater is facing great competition and being in the ring every single night. When they get the opportunity, they learn from it and they have more experience. That's really the way you get it. I'm glad to see both teams are doing the same thing, getting that experience and chalking up victory.
They get joined at the broadcast position by the notorious Coach Spanky. You're
That's
scouting.
right. Hashtag best coach ever, baby.
You're scouting talent
Best
here.
coach ever?
Yes, best coach ever.
Hold on.
Better Dr. Tom.
I'm a coach.
Hey, I'm sorry, with all due respect, but I am the best coach ever.
You believe the
Now,
gall of
look-
this man.
Wow. Look at this man. Look, he's just leaving right in the middle of the match.
Kerry James
Well, I didn't
may
know why
have
he
seen
came out in
enough.
the first place.
Because I'm here eyeing talent. Because look, these are two of the best teams here in JCP, and I wanted to see firsthand with my own eyes and even my own whistle what these teams were about.
Well, you keep your whistle in your pocket there.
Don't you make me blow this whistle. You know better than anybody. I'll blow it.
Axton Ray needs to make a tag in the worst way. Is now here comes the Twisted Steel, Dylan Stewart. And there he goes. And here comes the Sultan of the Sky. Very fresh. Big kick. And here's the speed and quickness of Blanco Loco on display. Look at that. Just moves like it's so easy there, Tom. Look at that drop kick.
I don't know if you noticed this, man, but it looks like the turnbuckle is exposed over there.
Looks like it is. Referee caught it. Good call by the official. Oh, look at this here.
Holy
This
crap.
ain't going to end well.
He's going to have to go to the dentist after that.
Stewart is out. In comes Loco.
Holy!
Wicked German suplex. That may be the match right there. Here's a cover. Lateral press. And oh, he nearly got it at 2.
I'll give the Stew Crew this. You know, they might be happy-go-lucky, but if there's something these two kids have, that is heart.
Well,
Absolute heart.
What they also have is intuition, too, and feeling for that kick out. I mean, that was pure instinct.
Look at this double team move here by Level X. Oh, man. This ain't going to end well. Oh. Dropped him right on the back of his neck there, and Stewart in trouble. Ray with a cover, going to grab a leg, and nearly put it away.
Silverback with the save, saving his little brother.
Silverback makes the one save here at the most opportune time. Loco with a kick. Look at the power!
Holy!
Look at the power
Oh my
by
God!
Axton Ray! Not enough there to get him up. Oh, and they knock heads. Loco is on the outside, and it's a 2-on-1 attack. This is prime real estate for the Stew Crew. And almost got it.
Almost got it. Drop kick.
Beautiful standing drop kick, Tom.
I'm impressed with all these guys. I'm impressed with Level X as well as the Stew Crew, but they've got to make a change here, and Dylan has to tag.
He needs to get the big man in, but there is nobody in the corner of Axton Ray. There is no one to tag. Blanco Loco is laid out on the outside. And it may be just a matter of time.
Oh, just
luckily
throw it.
for the Southeastern Tag Titles, these titles are not on the line.
Zach Stewart is a big, big man to be
Oh!
in the corner with. Whoa!
That's a freight train coming at 100 miles an hour down the tracks.
I know this. I'd get out of the way.
Well, Spanky, you shouldn't even be in the way. You're the coach, and you need to stay a safe distance.
Sometimes
Watch your back.
things happen.
Look at this. This clothesline into a German suplex. The Stew Crew for a big win, and oh, Ray at the last possible second gets out.
What's it going to take?
I wouldn't call it an upset win, but I would call it a monumental win for the Stew Crew.
Well, I do have to ask the same question, Coach. What is it going to take to beat these guys? I mean, the Stew Crew is throwing a lot of ammunition their way, and so is Level X. So,
You know, I think it's going to take what the Stew Crew's missing. Just the little tiny things you just cannot explain to the normal person. It's just them little tiny things that they need. That's why maybe they need my help. My
Axton Ray
assistance.
firing up here. I don't know where he's finding it out here, but desperation here from Unforgettable. Oh, look at this. Look at the power on display here.
Holy
Man!
mackerel!
Flatlines him. Legal man makes the cover. They almost made a mistake. Oh, and Loco saves the day, but Axton Ray is favoring his lower extremity.
I'll give both teams this, Matt. They are both working their tail ends off right now.
well, right now, I think they're feeling the effects from everything that's happened so far. And I'm wondering myself, what's it going to take?
I think this might be it.
I think they're going for the Highway 55 ride right here. Wait a minute. I think they're going for a different. Oh, no, he made the tag.
Smart move, smart
Get him
move.
up here.
Oh,
Ray seen it coming a mile away.
was it smart, though? They should have just went for it.
Ray's back's against the wall here. Here he's trying to fight out. Look at that!
Oh.
From the fire all the way up
You
to
know,
the
that
top.
is very impressive.
Stewart goes all the way to the outside. Series of standing switches here by Ray and Stewart. On a knee. And Loco is on the apron in the nick of time. Tag made. And now they may end up putting this one away right here. Look at that! Oh my goodness!
Holy Matt, that's it. That's got to be.
That may do it. It does. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in my life. What an impressive way to put away your opponent. Level X, your Southeastern Tag Team Champions with the win.
Very impressive, both these guys. Level X, El Pollo Loco and Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, they're very good. Impressive not only because they have a lot of great moves, but it's impressive because they took the Stu Crew, one of the top teams around East Tennessee, and they came out victorious. Very impressive. That's something. A couple things right there you need to look at, Spanky. Go back and get your contracts right. Give them the right number, and I guarantee you'll do something.
I'm going to have to talk to both teams after this. Both teams gave an impressive showing. But if you notice something at the end, the Stu Crew tried to go the good boy route, making the tag, instead of just going for the win. And it came back to haunt them.
Put your money where your mouth is, Spanky.
Just a little. I'm going to have to go talk to the Stu Crew.
Well, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, it is the JCP Southeastern Heavyweight Champion in action in an open challenge. RT3 is next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, going to be joined at this time by a man that needs no introduction, the illustrious Perry James. Perry, what's going on, my man?
Well, what's going on is Joe Cazana Promotions. And when I heard what was happening right here, I had to be a part of it. That's why I called the man himself, Joe Cazana, on the phone and let him know I'm coming to town. It's the wide world of wrestling. And well, you and everybody else, get used to seeing this nice little face, because I think I'm going to be here for a while.
There you have it from Perry James. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in a moment.
Finally, you can do this at home. Hard-hitting, high-flying action from all your favorite indie wrestlers around the world. Build your locker room and challenge your friends in all different match types. There's a 1 in 10 chance for signed or legendary cards in every box. Superjaw's Indie Supercard, available at superjawpro.com.
Folks, I'm joined by the third generation legacy, AJ Cazana. And AJ, you have had a heck of a run over the past year. You have traveled all over the United States making a name for yourself. Now you are here in JCP, the wide world of wrestling. What does that mean for us?
Matt Rhodes, you and everybody else thinks they know what it takes to be the legacy. Thinks they know what I go through on a daily basis. Let me fill you in, folks. You have no idea what I've had to do to even show up to my own father's promotion. My dad had no desire to book me until he saw that I am the future of not only this business, but professional wrestling as a whole. Matt Rhodes, I have to throw the Cazana legacy on my back daily, to just show my father what it's like to be a professional wrestler in 2022. I just want my dad to say I'm proud, so I showed up tonight just to get those words out of my dad's mouth. AJ, I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you came this far, this quick, and maybe, just maybe, Joe will book me.
AJ Cazana looking to carry on the family tradition right here on the wide world of wrestling.
The following contest has a 15-minute time limit, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Knoxville, Tennessee, he is 291 pounds, standing tall at 6'2", the legacy, the rookie of the century, the bodyguard, AJ Cazana.
You wasn't supposed to introduce him.
What's that?
You wasn't supposed to introduce AJ. There he is! Whoops. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we know who is answering the open challenge for RT3. It's this man, the third generation legacy, AJ Cazana, son of the owner of JCP, Joe Cazana. And AJ's here to prove a point and to make his dad proud.
Well, AJ does have a lot on his shoulders. He has a lot to prove, not just to the fans here, but as you said, to his father, to prove that he can not only carry on the legacy.
I don't know what kind of joke my dad is on me right now. I don't come out the gosh darn Dr. Feelgood.
What is he mad about?
Ladies and gentlemen, for
He
those
didn't
of
like
you
the
that
music
don't
selection.
know me, I am the greatest third-generation wrestler in the world.
Well, we got some action on the aisle here. RT3 Roy Thacker the third.
Hey, I've got the mic right now. This is my time to shine. This is my promotion. What are you doing out here?
Well, we know why he's out here.
Yeah, these guys are no stranger to each other, that's for sure.
Not at all.
Well, I don't know what RT. Well, I was going to say.
Thacker's
Open
asking
has
for the
a
microphone
response.
here.
AJ, listen, brother. I don't know who you paid so that you got to come out to the champion's music, okay? I don't know who you paid in the back. That's my music.
Oh.
I'm here now. Talk about an open challenge on Facebook post. If you want to be the opponent that accepts the open challenge, be my guest.
Well, I do believe that's what his intentions may be, Tom. Well, wait a minute. We got more action on the aisle here. Looks like the man in charge, the commissioner himself, White Lightning Tim Horner's on his way to the ring.
A true heavyweight champion. I'm glad that I'm not Stone Cold Steve Austin, folks. Sit down and shut up. I'll take that challenge.
Well, Tim Horner's out here, and obviously he's got something to say, Tom. He's asked for the mic. They want to resolve this real quick.
You know, I said you wouldn't see much unless something came up. Well, obviously something's up. There's a lot of questions in how the match ended last week between you two. So just so everybody's on the same page, it will be title for title tonight.
What Tim Horner's referring to was a meeting at a promotion in La Follette, Tennessee called SPCW, where AJ is the heavyweight champion. Him and RT3 faced off. More on that in a moment.
I don't know.
228 pounds, standing tall at 6'3", Roy Thacker III, RT3.
These two have a long, bitter history with one another, Doc. And last week they met in La Follette, Tennessee for AJ's SPCW title, and that match ended a little screwy.
Well, I'm a little confused as to why Tim Horner feels he needs to come out here and make this person known. I think AJ and RT3 had it figured out. But Tim Horner's one to obviously stick his nose in everybody's business right off the bat. And I've known Tim Horner for a long time.
You sure have.
That's who he is. He sticks his nose into everything, and it was already set up. Everybody knew what was going on, but Tim Horner wants to throw a monkey wrench into everything. So I'm going to tell you right now, Joe Cazana Promotions better watch that guy, because he can be a weasel and a snake in the grass.
Well, I tell you, that's very strong sentiments from Dr. Tom Pritchard about the commissioner, the man running things around here, White Lightning, Tim Horner, as we have Cazana and Thacker set to go at it here, title versus title. What's on the line is the JCP Southeastern heavyweight title held by Roy Thacker and the SPCW title held by AJ Cazana.
Well,
Winner walks away with both belts.
Yeah, well, let me tell you this right now. I know AJ Cazana as well. He stepped through our doors. He's been on the mat with me, and he does have a lot to prove. His father, Joe Cazana, is a fine man, but I think he's getting a little up there in age as well and neglecting his fatherly duties, Matt. You can call him a liar. You can be skeptical of what I'm saying, but the facts speak for themselves. When you watch AJ Cazana step in the ring, he's a man on a mission, he's a man with a purpose, and he's not going to rest until he gets his father to say, son, I'm proud of you, and you've outdone anything I've ever done with my legacy. Now go on and continue your rise to stardom.
Well, that is indeed AJ Cazana's goal, and Thacker started this match with a quick flurry quickly, as went right in AJ Cazana's favor. Nice up and over by RT3 and a big shoulder tackle. Both these guys, former football stars. Of course, AJ Cazana was signed, committed, and played at the University of Tennessee there in Knoxville. Thacker there at J.I. Burton in Wise, Virginia, high school football stand-down starts. There are two great athletes here, two great champions, two great titles on the line. Who walks out the winner? Time will answer that question momentarily for us.
Well, yeah, and at the same time, you notice AJ Cazana is taking his time. He's not making any sudden movements, rushing in to make a mistake. That's the mark of a true pro. That's the mark of a champion.
And he's been competing less than 2 years inside the ring as AJ Cazana, and you made the point. He is wrestling a veterans match here, a slow pace, and he's got Thacker right where he wants him right now, just taking his time, methodically laying out his offense.
He's a calculated wrestler. He knows what he's going to do and where he got to
be. Big German suplex right there, and Thacker folds him up, but Cazana instinctively, or maybe non-instinctively, just rolls under the bottom rope here. After he got dumped on his head, you see him favored his neck. That German suplex, no matter how you take it, that is a wicked landing and can change the complexion of the match.
There's no right way to take that. You just better tuck your head and hope you don't nail it too bad on the mat. It's contact sport.
Cazana may have played a little possum there. Hangs Thacker over the top rope there, creates some space and a distraction for the moment to allow Cazana to get back on offense here. A big splash there. Look at Cazana moves. Oh, what a clothesline! Decapitates Thacker. Cazana deceptively quick for his size. Here's a cover and a kick out at one. Impressive by the champion, RT3.
Yeah, but it's impressive from AJ Cazana too, because he does those high impact moves like nobody else I've seen yet. And he's going to continue to improve and get bigger and better as the years go on. What a slam!
Slammed him right through the mat here. Here's another cover, lateral press, and this time only a two counted. Cazana looks shocked. I have to do a little bit more than that against the man that is held for 279 days, the JCP Southeastern Heavyweight Championship, that being RT3.
If you listen to the fans right now trying to rally behind, I guess, RT3, or they might be rallying behind AJ Cazana. Either way, you're not going to forget the name AJ Cazana. And RT3, while he's had minimal success on his own, this is the man, AJ Cazana, who has a legacy of his own to fulfill, along with having his grandfather, his great-grandfather, and his dad on his back. So it will come a day when he's going to make his dad proud.
Inside cradle here, shoulders down. Thacker trying to get out of here with a quick one. And Cazana just quickly back up to his feet. And we talked about how deceptively quick Cazana is. And now he's just throwing some wild haymakers here. Can't lose your temper, though, in this situation.
Have you ever noticed AJ Cazana is mauling RT3, just mauling him with those fists, sitting on top of him, making him feel his weight, punishment. This is where AJ Cazana just is getting warmed up. And once he gets to that point where he's ready to put him away, he's going to put him away.
Size difference here in this matchup. Boy, Thacker about 255, but Cazana 290. So he's got about a 40-pound weight advantage, and that's a big difference inside that ring. And you talk about him mauling his opponent right now, having his way. Look at this here, and Thacker in trouble here. They get title versus title, both titles on the line here.
Putting that forearm across RT3's face is brilliant. Put it.
Tom, we've got some more action here on the aisle. Looks like Perry James is rejoining us again.
Why does Kerry keep coming out? I want to know.
There you see it, folks. Perry James here going to come in. What's his purpose here, Tom?
I don't have a clue. I'm wondering the same thing. I'm asking you. I'm asking anybody what this guy's doing.
I mean, I've got sources in the back, but nobody seems to know what this guy's doing here.
Well, does he have his own private dressing room tonight? Has he been secluded away, or what is he doing? Because obviously he has some kind of pass. He has some kind of free range to come in here, and I wonder who made that possible, Matt. Was it you?
No, it wasn't me. No, I've been here. I've been in the building since early this morning, and I have not seen Perry James until he strolled out here earlier during our opening match involving the Heatseekers and the Mortons, but he's made his presence known throughout this entire program.
Yeah, he's kind of slinking out here and taking his time, but standing ringside, there's got to be something up with this thing, as long as it's fine. But AJ Cazana is manhandling
I'm surprised by Heatseekers, no slouch in the ring. He has just had his way here. But as I say that, a desperation belly-to-back suplex as both men crash to the mat. A turning point coming up here as both men are down now. Who could take advantage of this? Could either man beat each other up to their feet?
It's good to see the fans encouraging whoever they want to come up. But
nice
tip up.
Still a little bit set in the tank for RT3. Looking to soften up AJ Cazana and become a double champion here this week on the wide world of wrestling. Big splash there. Can he follow through with some more offense? Maybe looking for a possible some more drop here. Goes for that move. Cazana counters. Oh, there's a receipt from earlier, the German suplex. And Thacker bounced a good 5 feet in the air as he hit the mat. Took a lot of time getting to the cover. He may have it right here. Have a dual champion, and oh no, he kicks out at 2.5, almost 3/4.
Man, that was real close, and that just upset AJ Cazana even more.
Looking on here, he's got an interesting smirk on his face right about now. I think he may like what he's seeing here. And then you got a man that's sitting on the sternum of RT3 there. That's a lot of weight to be sitting on you. A little insult for injury there by AJ.
Hey, do me a favor and ask Kerry what he's doing out here, because
well,
we're doing a show live right now. But he's on. Hey,
what's the meaning?
Hey, what? He's not even paying
Here,
attention.
he won't even acknowledge. We'll see if we can get an interview or something and find out what's going on with him.
You've been here all morning. How in the heck did you miss him coming in?
Obviously, I must have blinders on or something to miss that guy.
Well, I missed this. Both people are down, RT3 and AJ Cazana.
Boy, I tell you, Perry James has been a distraction all throughout this program, not only to the wrestlers in the ring, but to us here at ringside, as you have Cazana trying to get himself back to his feet. He may be injured. You see him talking to the referee there. He's able to continue. And here comes Thacker with some shots here, some chops. Man, he's just going to town here. How effective were some of those shots? There we go. Now that one found the mark. He's just laying the leather here. He shoves the ref out of the way. Oh, and a thumb. And I think he may have reached out into the tights, Tom.
What?
There's a cover. Show both legs hooked. And AJ Cazana has won the JCP Southeastern Heavyweight title. Your new Southeastern Heavyweight champion is AJ Cazana. Tom, I'm speechless. I think he went into the tights there for the whatever was on the thumb. I didn't get a good shot of it.
Matt, there were 2 championships on the line. You have to do whatever it takes sometime. If that's what got AJ Cazana motivated, renovated, and decorated, then by gosh, I'm all for it. I don't know. I didn't see anything in the tights, but I do know sometimes if you adjust, you're going to win.
We have a new Southeastern Heavyweight champion, ladies and gentlemen. That's AJ Cazana. For Dr. Tom Pritchard, I'm Matt Rhodes. Thank you for joining us for the wide world of wrestling. We'll see you next time.